Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Clay Loves Logic, where on this channel I solve logic-based Sudoku puzzles I find interesting. And today is Friday. I'm trying to film a video before I leave for the office this morning, so I have about half hour set aside. I'm just going to try a one-star puzzle that looks a little easier. Hopefully I can get it done quick, and I can be on my way before the weekend. Yeah, as always, I'll put the link to this puzzle in the description of today's video so you can try it out if you'd like. But for now, we're going to look at the puzzle 7 Hidden Frogs, and I hope I'm saying this right, by Sotehr. Okay, normal Sudoku rules apply. You have to have the digits 1 to 9 in every 3x3 box, in every row, and in every column. The German whisper lines, we've done a lot of German whisper lines on the channel, but basically adjacent digits have to have a difference of at least 5. So if this was a 2, this could be a 7, 8, or a 9. And then this would be a 1, 2, 3, or 4, depending on what this digit was. Ren-Van lines. Digits along a magenta line contain a set of consecutive digits in any order without repeating. So 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, anything like that. Region sum lines. Box borders will separate this line into groups of digits that sum to the same thing. So i.e. this digit here sums to these two. Or sorry, these two digits sum to this one. Yeah. Okay, thermometer line. So digits along a gray thermometer strictly increase from bulb to tip. I.e. if this is a 1, this could be a 3, this could be a 7, this could be a 9, something like that. Doesn't have to be consecutive, i.e. it doesn't have to be 1, 2, 3, 4. It just has to only get bigger. Black crop key dots. So we've seen these. Digits separated by a black dot have a ratio of 1 to 2. I.e. if this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. Or sorry, 1, 2, 4, 2, 4, 8, something like that. White crop key dots, digits separated by a white dot are consecutive, just like this magenta line, except these are in order. This would be 1, 2, 3, or 2, 3, 4. And then X, digits separated by an X sum to 10. Those are the rules. And let us play 7 hidden frogs. I see 1 frog. I see 2 frogs. 3 frogs. 4, 5, 6, 7. Fun. Okay, let's look at these first, okay? Because this has to be either 1, 2, 4 or 2, 4, 8. But we need the central digit to be able to create 2 digits that have a difference of at least 7, don't we? So these just all have to be 4 on these terms. Because like if we put a 2 here, that's well and good to fulfill this rule of black crop key dots. This could be 1, this could be 4. That's fine. But that's not German whisperable. That's not a big enough difference. So in fact, for all of these, the central digit will have to be 4, and we'll have to have 2 8 pairs. This one, 2, and this one. Yeah, that's just going to be the truth. We'll have 2 8 pairs. Yeah. Okay. Well, we know this one is, from 1, 2, 4, and 8, with the central digit not being 1 or 8. We also know this one's not 4 because of this. So this is either 1, 2, 8, 2, 4, 8, 8, 4, 2, 1. This can't be a 1 anymore because this can't be 1, 2, 4. Yeah. Okay. Oh, does that just mean we get a 1? Look at that. We have a 1, 2, 4, 8 quadruple. This can't be a 1 anymore because if this was a 1, this would be 1, 2, 4. Yeah, so we just get a bunch of digits. 1, 2, 4, which is going to give us an 8 and a 2 and an 8 and a 2. Okay, well, that's nice, isn't it? And now the thing we've learned is this German whisper line, because it either has to have 2 low digits and 1 high digit, or 1 low digit and 2 high digits. Because the sort of, the polarity of a German whisper is it'll always go high and then low and then high and then low, alternating around the 5. So there's only 1 low digit left in this central box. We see 1, 2, and 4. This has to be a 3. And then if that's a 3, This is going to be 8-9 pair. That's the only thing that's left for it. Yeah, that's simply just true. Nice. Okay. So maybe let's turn our attention now to this magenta line, because there's not a 4 on it. And as soon as there's not a 4 on it, there's not, you know, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, anything like that. So our options are 1, 2, 3, and it can't be 1, 2, 3, can it? Because there's a 10 pair here. And a 10 pair is going to require a low digit, won't it? It will. It'll require a low digit and a high digit. So we need a low digit that's low enough. Well, doesn't matter what low digit, but the high digit has to be high enough that it doesn't get in the way of this. So this has to start on well, it could be 5, 6, 7. Could, well, if it was 5, 6, 7, I'm just trying to think if that throws an issue into 5, 6. Well, let's just think here. This was 5, 6, 7. Then what we would have, the high digit would be 9. Well, I think the thing is this is a 1-9 pair anyways. Because it can't be a 2-8 pair, because there's always going to be either a 2 or an 8 here. It can't be a 4-6 pair because there's a 4. How else do you make 10? 3, 7? Well, I don't think you can have a consecutive set of digits here. I think that's what we're supposed to take away. You can't have a consecutive set of digits here that is higher than 5. Or 5 or higher that doesn't have 7, can you? 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, 7, 8, 9. Doesn't matter. This could be anything from 5, 6, 7, or 8, but it does in fact mean that this is always a 1, 9. And then somewhere over here, we'll have a 3. A 3 in whatever digits left. 3, 7. And I suppose, well, this could be, oh, look at that. Because I was thinking, you know what, there could be a 2 somewhere. But there's a 2 here pointing to this, and this is a 2-8 pair. So in fact, where do you put a 2 in this row? Only here. That's a 2. That's an 8. Yeah, so this is well, sorry, this shouldn't be a 3-7 pair. This should be a 3-8 pair, shouldn't it? Oops, sorry, did not mean to put those in. Wouldn't that be the case? Or what am I forgetting here? No, sorry, not 7. It would be the extremities, right? It would be either 5 or 8. But this one couldn't be 8. You know, because this could be 5, 6, 7. This could be 6, 7. We're not sure yet. But of course, we know that 8 would not be in either of those positions. Well, I suppose we should think about this now, shouldn't we? Because this one does have to be in the correct order. And that means it's not, well, that means it's not going to be 1, 2, 3, because we can't put the 2 in the middle. Could be 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 5. And that is as high as it could be. The highest this could be is 3, 4, 5, right? I want to say that's the case. Okay, let's turn our attention elsewhere for now. What is this? This is a doubly digit. It needs to have a crop key with a ratio of, 2 to 1 because of this black dot. And the digits in Sudoku that you can have this sort of black dot relation are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, or 8. And we see 1, 2, 4, and 8 here. So this is a 3, 6 sort of a pair. And then what does that tell us if this is a 6. This would force to be a 1, which looks to be fine. And this would be a 7 or a 9, which is also fine. This is a 3. This is 8 or 9. And then this is a 1. And I think either of those are fine. I don't think that solves it yet. Well, fine. What can we now say about this digit? Because this is a region sum. This digit has to be high enough that these two things can sum to it. And this obviously then can't be, the lowest it could be is 5. But if it's 5, you need these digits to either be 2, 3, or 1, 4. And you can just see that's never going to be possible. Because this can't be a 2. So 5 is not possible. So it has to be higher than 6 now because of this 3, 6 pair. This is 7, or it's 8, or it's 9. And if it's 7, well, what's the smallest digit you could have here? 1, 2, 3, or sorry, 1, 2, 4. The smallest digit you could have is 3. And it could go 3 or 5 or 6. I suppose you could have 7 as well, but you can't have 8. And then this digit can't be 2 or 3. So your options are 1, 4. And then I suppose if this was a 3, this could be a 5. And if this was a 6, no, it can't be 6. It's the 3, 6 pair. This can be from 1, 4, or 5. And there's a few different ways that you can make a couple of low digits. So let us keep deducing what is next in this puzzle. And I think we should turn our attention to up here because we're going to need this to be low. It just has to be low. I mean, this is 5, 6, 7 or 6, 7, 8. So this has to be at the lowest. Well, again, we know it's not 1, 2, 3 because of this 2. So could be 2, 3, 4 in that order. Could be 3, 4, 5 in any order. But that's all it can be. And I think, you know what the takeaway of all that is that this is a 1 now, isn't it? Because for us to put a 1 on this, it would have to be here or here. And it would require a 2 in the middle, which we can't do. There's not a 1 on this, and you can't have a 1 anywhere on a thermometer except the bulb of it. So this is a 1 now. Okay. I don't know exactly what we're going to do with that, but it is a nice little morsel of information to have. Well, these now have to be just high digits, don't they? These have to be relatively high. I mean, well, you know what? The takeaway here is you don't put an 8 on this. And there's an 8 down here. So this is an 8. And if that's an 8, that means this is a 6, 7 pair. That's what that means. We have a 3, 5 pair. We have an 8 here. Yeah, that's the takeaway. So what are these digits now? Potentially as low as 2, but there's always a 9 in this box, and it's not here and it's not here. So this is a 9. It has to be the end of the thermometer. You can't put anything higher. And that would make this, well, there you go. You can't put a 2 on this. If you put a 2 on this, you need to have a 1 here. You can't have a 1 here because of this 1. So this is the 2. So this now goes 2, 3, 4. And this is then a 5. And then 1, 2, 4. So this is a 3. So that gives us a 5, gives us a 3. Yeah, that's real helpful. Yeah, that's really nice. So I wonder then where we should consider looking. Well, what kind of thing can I say about this? I don't know just yet. Maybe let's pencil mark this German whisper. If this was a 6, this would have to be a 1. This would then have to be higher than, well, it'd have to be 6, 7, or 9. This was a 3. This would have to be 8 or 9. And then this would have to be, well, this could only be 1. My next thought is, where does a 5 go in this box? Can't go here because of this 5. And can it ever go here? No, because if the 5 is the high digit, then you require a 4 here for it to go down, and then a 3, or you require it to move up from 5, 6, 7, but there's a 3, 6 pair in here. So this is not a 5. So the 5 is always somewhere in the middle, which means in this row we get a 5. Helpful. And actually, with this 3, 6 pair here, that really does limit this, doesn't it? Because it could be, 1, 2 into the 3, that would be fine. But if it's not 1, 2 into 3, then it has to be, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 5, well, obviously 4, 5, 6 would never work anyways. So then it would have to be something higher than 6. It would have to be 7, 8, 9, and there's no way to slice that. Wow, so that's just 1, 2, 3. Right? Look at that. So there's a 3, 6 pair here. So this order of digits, right? You need to have 3 consecutive digits. So you could have 1, 2, and then this could be the 3, because this is now out of this 3, 6 pair that's in this box. That's fine. The next way you could do it is starting at 4, but there's 4s all over seeing this. So you can't do 4 or 5 with the 6 into here. So then you have to start higher than the 6. 7, 8, 9. But again, there's just loads of 8s. So the fact that you can't have a 4 or an 8 on this, and you can't have a 3 or 6 in here, this is just 1, 2, 3. That's really powerful. That's really powerful because now it tells us that this is a high digit, isn't it, for this German whisper? It is. This is an 8 or a 9. Wow, and that's really, so that's doing a whole bunch of stuff I'm going to explain in a second, but I'm going to fill this out first. So this is now a low digit, which forces it to be a 1. But more importantly, this 8, 9 gives us an 8, 9 pair, which is going to answer this, and this all at once. This 8, 9 pair says this is a 7. This 8, 9 pair says this is a 1 and this is a 9. Wow, and now if this is a 7, I mean, this just can't be 7 anymore. And it can't, oh, and this can't be 3 because of all of the 3s we now have. Wow, and it can't be 5 because this can't be 2. So this is a 6, 1. That's 6, that's 1, and that just is solved. That's awesome. All right, this puzzle's really shaping up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, now where do you put 6? Only there. Right, because can't be in this row, and it can't be that. And then this just has to be an 8, 9, doesn't it? Because that's all that's left. Down here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need a 6 and a 7, which will resolve via this 6. 6, 7. We should consider this thermometer now, because, I mean, obviously this could never be a 9. Needs to be, in fact, the highest this could be would be 7. And if this was 7, it would have to be specifically 7, 8, 9. So what digits are even available? For 5, 7, and 9. So over here, we're going to have 5, 7, and 9. But this is not 9 either. So this is a 9 by a Sudoku. Yeah, this is a 5, 7 pair. But now what do you put here? You have to put something higher than a 5. you'd have to put 6 or 7, which is not possible via this 6 and this 7. So this is 8. Because it can't be 9. We'd have to put something higher still. So that's 9. And that's going to resolve this 8, sees this 9, sees this 8, sees this 9. This digit now has to be lower than, well, it can't be 6. So this could be 5, 4, or 2. That's it. This is a naked single, and it is a 1. Excellent. What do we need here? This is a 4, isn't it? Because look, this 4 sees this whole row. That's a 4. 3, 4. So we need what? A 5 and a 7? Lovely. So that's a 5-7 pair. Now we have a 5-7 pair, which means this isn't a 5. It's a 2 or a 4. What do we need here? This is a naked single also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, we need a 2 somewhere in this box. It's not there, and it's not there. This is a 2. We need a 4 somewhere that's not here or here because of this 4. And, well, this 4 sees all of it. That's easier. That's now a 4. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8, which just resolves like that. Down here, 6 and 7. That's 6. That's 7, which is going to give us a 5 and a 7 and a 5 and a 7. Up top, we're going to need 195. And look, that ropes in this top row. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 2, 3, 4, 195, 195. This will be 195. So this is 1. This is 9. This is 5. Over here, 6 and 7. Over here, 3, 5. Oh, whoops, sorry, not 7. Misread that. 6 and what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 and 9, sorry. 6 and 9. Yeah, that's better. Because then down here we need a 7. We need 1, 2, we need 3, 7, and 5. This is not, oh, this is a 5. Nothing else yet. Down here, we need an 8. Over here, we're going to need a 2, 4. 7 and 9 now. 7 and 9. In this row, we're going to need, well, this is a 1. Let's start with some of the lower hanging fruit. Over here, there's a 2. 3 now. 1 and 2 positions. 4 we're going to need in precisely 1 spot right there, which is going to resolve the 2 and the 4 and the 2 and the 3. 2, 3, 4. 3 in the corner, of course, which will give us a 7 and a 6 and a 7 and a 3. And 1, 2, 3, 4. We need a 5, which is here. And we need a 6, which is here. 23 minutes and 16 seconds. Found all the frogs and the digits. Good job. 387 people solved that puzzle in 2.1 days. I really like that puzzle. And it is time to go to work. I hope everyone has an excellent Friday. Consider liking and subscribing if you haven't yet. It really helps the channel. Thanks, everyone.